Hi Libra, here is a general look at your solar chart for July 2015, and the Sun is going to be highlighting all things to do with your more worldly image, your profession, your career, or your goals, your targets, what you aspire to in this world. And it can also be affecting your your general direction, in life at the moment. So the overall idea at this time is, on the one hand, to be projecting the image that you want, but also on the other hand to be consistent and responsible to meet your commitments and obligations as you go forwards. There's a lot of emphasis on the cardinality of the sun sign chart at the moment, because we've got the Sun in Cancer, another cardinal sign, and also Mars is at the top of your chart along with the Sun, and at the same time we've also got Mercury moving in there between the 9th and the 24th. So there's a huge emphasis on this professional area, this area of your overall direction in life, but also to do with what ambitions you want to be able to achieve. It's also an area to do with officials, bureaucracy, red tape, authority figures, and the like. And I have to say that at the moment, particularly between the 10th to the 14th, you could be feeling a bit tenser because of perhaps partners or opposite numbers, and also watch out for between the 5th to the 7th, a bit more pressure on you there, particularly for you Librans or Libra rising people. So Librans born 6th to the 11th of October, or with 13 to 15 degrees rising. You'll be likely fit. I mean, I give those degrees because they are right in the center corridor of the energy, but it also will be affecting the degrees on either side as you go outwards, and the further out you go, the less it will be, but it will cover the whole of the sign. So you guys are going to be feeling the energy the most this month. So expect, on the one hand, expect the unexpected, expect to kind of be flexible and kind of maybe duck and dive or go with the flow, but also meeting a challenge which might feel, like you're hitting resistance, or you're hitting something which is it might be to do with your own past as well. It might be to do with the kind of that emotional hole in the road, that reaction. And it might be to do with where you live. It might be location. It might be geographical point on the map. It might be neighborhood, neighbors. It might be that kind of thing where you hit this, and then there's a breakthrough that can happen there. And then because you've met a challenge, you've broken through something that maybe you've held back on, or that's been hanging around for too long and is outliving its usefulness, or has become irrelevant, or is no longer useful, or is something that you can do without. So you need to let it go. You need to let it go, and if you do, you will feel unburdened, and then you can move on. And this is particularly relevant for you Librans born 6th to the 11th of October, or with 13 to 15 degrees rising, or born 12th to the 15th of October. That can be sort of a little bit the feeling of the unexpected or surprises, but also if you keep yourself in that kind of experimental, see how it goes mode as well. So 12th to the 15th of October, or with 19 to 21 degrees rising. Okay, so we also have Mercury in a very expansive area up until the 9th, been there since the middle of the month before, June, and you entertaining you're getting the bigger picture, you're entertaining possibilities outside of the box. There's a real sort of educational feel here. It could be you getting involved in educational activities of one type or another, definitely learning through doing and as you're going along, but also this is a great time to break the routine, to get to push the envelope, and to refresh your mental palette in whatever way. So instead of taking the same old road home from work, or the same old walk, or the same old whatever, just take a different direction and see what happens. It's an opportunity as well to put bigger, wider communications out there, across the world through the net, and beat the drum on something or in some other way, but others seeing you as the guide for them, or indeed you sourcing information from sources that you trust who are guiding you as well. Then between the 9th and the 24th, Mercury moves into the same area as the Sun. Discussions about longer term plans, about hitting targets, about what can be done to improve things with the image or the career, or how to improve things relating to your responsibilities in life. And keep your ear to the ground, keep your eyes peeled for what's going on across the wider stage there as well. Because what I said to you at the beginning about the Uranus Pluto transits, it might be it might be along the lines of circumstances beyond your control as well, them both being generational planets which are affecting the whole planet at this time, and in fact other planets in our solar system, I guess, as well, because we're in a time of huge flux and change. So you could find that you are talking more about things, and just generally chewing the fat maybe with others about how you can achieve better vehicles, travel, transport, communications equipment, that type of thing could be more on your mind as well. And then we also have Venus and Jupiter positions. Now the Venus and Jupiter position for you, Librans or Libra rising, is actually pretty good. So apart from July the 19th to August the 1st, when she moves and highlights uncertainty, perhaps around a relationship or in the material aspects of life. And when I say uncertainty, I don't necessarily mean the relationship itself, but the environment, possibly to do with the relationship. You could be that. Anyway, Venus tends to be warming your group relationships and other associations in a group sort of context, or with friends, and very, very useful contacts. People that you can cultivate and get a good association with them, because who they know is key to your success. And you could be making money through group contacts as well, networking, team efforts. Also, this is good for your social life. But with Venus in this long transit here, is it going to be there until October, apart from July the 9th to August the 1st? You can feel more enabled, more supported than ever, through friends, through who you know, not what you know, through the internet and all things to do with information technology as well. That's where your support comes from. That's where you feel like you're not on your own there. I suppose things like Facebook as well, but generally group gatherings can be lucrative, or if they're not that, they are materially beneficial in other ways, and they generally facilitate positive experiences. We've also got Jupiter in there until August, and so Jupiter helps you to learn and grow and expand through, again, these group contacts, associations, friendships, whether it's in an organization or a circle of some kind, or a collective, just a collective of some kind. You find you have things in common, you learn a lot through it. You maybe get a few very important people on side. It could be like that. Equally, you could be the enabler, be seen as the enabler, the guide, the supporter to a key group of others, or to individuals who are your kind of, you feel as though you share a kinship with them, or you've got an interest in common with them. They have an interest in common with you. You Librans born the 13th to the 22nd of October with 20 to 29 degrees rising, and feel this energy the most this forecast period. Having said that, there is this small rider on that, which is that both Venus and Jupiter are subject to crossing paths, really, not subject, but crossing paths with Saturn as far as the degrees are concerned. Venus from the 10th onwards and Jupiter from the 21st onwards. And that might mean that you've got to work harder for all of these good things coming in your direction through the particular associations that you have, either in a group or through friends. And you've got to be just that little bit more self-reliant, a little bit more businesslike, tougher, and hard-working, and also related to the financial side as well. But it doesn't take away the fact that they are in very positive positions for you, both of these. Also with Jupiter from the 21st going on into August, it could be that something that you decided upon about 7 years ago is now coming up to be tested. Well, it might not be that initial thing. It might be the knock-on effect of having made that initial decision. And if you're feeling something has with its roots in the past is not allowing you scope to grow and to flourish in your life, then it may be time to have a rethink there, and maybe even let part or all of it go. Whether or not it was that long in the past, there could just generally be a squeeze on your opportunity to expand, or it might not be like that. It might be that you are expanding steadily, but like this steady, it's like you're pushing against a certain resistance. The feeling is of expansion, but you're having to push against a heavier weight as you expand, and therefore it's slower. And you might feel a bit squeezed financially or with other resources as well, because that is kind of more heavily on your shoulders. But if you take things step by step, you will be successful in the end, because you will work through that slightly heavier energy of having Saturn on these two, which are really in a very, very good position for you and your sign. Okay, so, and you need to be putting physical effort into achieving your goals, your ambitions, things that maybe you've wanted to do for a long time and you've waited to do for one reason or another. And over this time, you are going to possibly cross swords with authority type figures from time to time, because you feel that they're too slow or incompetent, or just haven't got their heads screwed on, or they're not living in the real world. Whatever the reason is, they're just they're too tied down with rules. And anyway, you will make progress with the master plan if you keep a cool head and just move forwards relentlessly, dogmatically, and also, with any kind of goal or ambition. From the 23rd, the sun moves into this very progressive area that I mentioned, that Mercury, or maybe I didn't, Mercury is moving into this very progressive area. And then you pick up on things that you wanted to do before, and now you feel as though you kind of got the green light more after being held a bit on kind of red or amber. Now you've got that green light to move forwards with that. Or maybe it's not the central thing you wanted to move forwards with. It's something off to the side, but then you can make progress with that. And maybe then it takes center stage, I don't know. But something that's been on the back burner for a while, you think, oh, that's a good thing, okay? And then Saturn has gone back into Scorpio, just the very last degrees of Scorpio, so putting once again the squeeze on that financial area until September. And you are having to work harder to manage the piggy bank, property matters, etc. But you just need to again, be persistent as things take the shape that you desire regarding resources, finances, property, territory, ownership, possessions, that kind of material resources, and also the physical side of life, health and well-being. Just keep being persistent there, and don't take your eye off the ball. There's got to be that steely glint in your eye. So you're not just a pretty face, but you've also got a steely glint in your eye. And make what you have work harder for you. Make what you have work better for you as well. It's not just you that's got to be doing all this work. You Librans born the 21st to the 23rd of October, always from 27 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. And then, yeah, that's it for July. And if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. And also, if you want to check anything out, this is all written up on my website, free there for all to see. And I will see you the next time. Oh, that's DianaGarland.com.